Tatsu is a former yakuza, a current housewife and exemplary family man. He lives with his wife, Miku, but she left for work and forgot her lunch. How is that possible? When Tatsu was on his way to pick up Miku, the cops stopped him. They recognized him as a dangerous yakuza, the Immortal Dragon. A knife-selling scammer came to Tatsu's house. He tried to sell him the goods, but Tatsu was aware of everything going on in the neighborhood. Then he got personally acquainted with them. Masa's subordinate had already searched for his boss Tatsu. Finally he found him at the supermarket. He told him that the clan had broken up. And Tatsu just brought him to a cooking class. Now he's a housewife. A scuffle ensued. A lot of hunters want to kill the dragon. And he crashed into one of them on his bicycle. A chase. But he was chasing a sale. Tatsu went into a bookstore to buy Criminal Police. He needed it for Mika's present, because it was her birthday. But she already had one. While Tatsu went to the store, Jin the cat stayed home. He should have stayed home. But instead, he went for a walk. He met Elizabeth the dog, who was confused. After the operation, David came to school to get even with the offender. He almost had his Eddie stolen, but he quickly put a stop to the theft. The thief turned out to be Lucy. Noticing that David was different from the others, she offered him a job related to stealing. And he did a great job. Afterwards, however, he passed out due to overload. In the ER, instead of providing services, immunoblockers are needed, and they cost money. The doc warned the guy not to use the implant often, or he would become a cyber psycho. Lucy invited David over to her house. They had a beer and a heart-to-heart talk. Then Lucy showed him the virtual moon. It was a real trip to another world. Clothes. Well, back to the walking Gwyn. He's doing fine. Except he's being chased out of the yard by another cat and won't let him poop. Needed his implant badly. It turned out Lucy had deliberately led David into a trap. The bandits knew Martinez's mother well. They worked together and the implant was supposed to go to them, not to the boy. One word led to another and David asked for a job with the cyberpunks. They took him in, but put a tracker in to keep him from running away. Get out of here. Couple of us stole a car, only they're being followed by bandits. Shit. There's a traffic jam up ahead. Not to worry, our hero is actually a member of the gang. Life seems to be getting better, with jobs, friends, and immunoblockers. The middleman, Faraday, arrived, and he wasn't happy that the gang had made so much noise. From their conversation it was immediately clear that the cyberpunk's chief, sent David to Aldo. He gave him a package to deliver to the piler. In the evening, Lucy arranged for David to meet him at Maine's request. They went for a run. Afterwards he was given a gun and participated in a few missions with the guys. All this was necessary for his training. After many dangerous missions, David became his own man in this cyber pack. In addition to training, Martinez needed to improve his body. The enemy was a lot stronger than he looked. With a couple of deft moves, the enemy was defeated. Lucy was healed by the Reaper, and she and David drove home. On the rooftop, Christmas soon. Tatsu decided to play the role of Santa to the children. The kids were shocked by this, but happy. He gave each one a very tasty meal. Faraday gave the gang a little tip on Tanako, Daddy, the same spoiled classmate David knocked over. He goes to see JK, a local breakdancer, virtual videos, to put it simply. But the only way to find out more about him is to talk to him. When they almost got him, he knocked the boys out and took David with him. Since the boys had made a mistake, the girls decided to same building, thinking our hero was a cyber psycho. To prove otherwise was not possible, and David killed 2 cops. Well, that's it, there's no way back. So the implant began to work, little by little, driving Martinez crazy. Fortunately, the whole thing turned out to be a video. Of course, J.K. also falls for the military implant, more specifically its ability to record what's going on. He convinces David that he's bound to go crazy over Sandy. He wanted to give him a scary breakdown again, but our girls got there just in time. Everything would have been great if it weren't for a little but. In the form of military drones. While Lucy hacks the drones, Grandma was in the store making sausages for Tatsu, and he was already looking forward to the miracle when Mika came running in and dragged him somewhere. It turns out that the cosplayers, who were dressed as the characters from the Criminal Police, had arrived. Wow! But suddenly the villain has arrived. They need to cheer them on to defeat him. Tatsu volunteered to help them. But he called for backup. No problem, for an ex-yakuza, that's no problem. He invited everyone over for a drink. And that helped. Tatsu came to Maze. He's got a cool stove. We have to make something to eat. Now Tatsu gets to it. Slap slap and the dough is ready. But suddenly it falls down and breaks. Now they're going to stay hungry. But no, they have a multi-cooker that will do everything for them. It's even cooler than baking, though it takes longer. But wait a little while and the teddy bear pie is ready. Tatsu saw smoke in the house and thought it was a fire, but the man there was just cooking a kebab. Delicious, of course, but dangerous. Now the dragon will show us a masterclass. First, let's go outside and get some meat and a sharp knife. Let's cut here, cut there, grill, and voila, the best kebab of the year. It would have been, but the cops got in the way. Tatsu is walking down the street and sees a rapper standing there. He grabs the microphone and starts reciting. He's kind of cool. Now it's Tatsu's turn. Even though he doesn't know how to rap, he's got the tongue, so he can do anybody. Practice went well. The real battle begins. Rap battle. Rhyme after rhyme, and for performance, already watching a crowd of people. I don't argue, it's fascinating. Tatsu defeated his opponent and challenged a new one. The rapper backed him up. The Halloween festival is coming up soon. We have to win it. Everyone I know is here. So the show started. The guys came out dressed in the most amazing costumes. Everyone was hoping to win. They did the best they could, but Tatsu and Mika were amazing. They made cookies, too. Tatsu and Mika went to a restaurant. There was a buffet. You could have anything you wanted. The selection is huge. The main thing was to mix the ingredients correctly. At the place, Tatsu met his enemy friend. A chef's fight ensued. But the council took all the goodies. After watching the movie, the couple went to bed. It's nighttime, and Tatsu still can't sleep. And when he does, he dreams about yakuza, bandits, gangsters, and his past life. No, it's impossible to sleep, and the phone distracts him too. Dark memories and nightmares overpower Tatsu. A soothing tea should help. A good night's dinner is also the best cure for insomnia. Now you can go to sleep. In the kitchen, Tatsu found a bottle of liquor. It was delicious. After a few drinks, everyone was having fun. Especially Miku. Tatsu went into the astral. Thor was overwhelmed with emotion, moved to tears. No one stops drinking, because there is still something to drink. There's a boil going on, only Masa is holding on. Tora drops his wand, oh no. It's a tragedy worse than the Titanic. But only for Thor, for the rest of us it's a laughing matter. As usual, Masa and Tatsu were having lunch at a cafe, and suddenly Masa had a toothache. He hoped it would go away, but Tatsu knew right away that it was serious. He started by showing Masa how to brush his teeth. Afterwards, he dragged him to the clinic. Masa's only connection to the dentist was pain, and he didn't want to go there. Then Tast had to use force to save his friend.